Today I'm going to show you a product from Tackform. They make accessory mounts for vehicles, and I'm going to be hooking up a ham radio mount. I've been looking for something to mount my radio gear on my dash in my 2018 Tacoma. This company sells products for all kinds of different vehicles. Link in the description. This is not a sponsored video. I purchased this bracket because I needed something to work for my outdoor activities. The criteria for this project are I need to hold my phone, I need to hold my ham radio detachable head, I want to hold a GoPro, and if I have a passenger, I want to be able to have a phone holder for them or something else, maybe a different radio head. I normally don't install things like this in my vehicles. I try to do something cheaper, but man, I am so glad I went this route. The installation was really straightforward. I watched a video or two of other people installing them, and it seemed pretty straightforward. Then I went and grabbed the drill. I don't remember the size, but if you watch their video, you'll see the specs for that and get the proper way to do this. I drilled the 4 holes and then put the initial bar down, made sure that the screws fit in there, and they did. Put the bar on top, and then it's a matter of just lining up all the holes. So I put the 2 bolts in. You get 4 bolts with the installation, and that's to lock the bracket down and the rail onto the bezel itself. And for each of the bolts, it comes with thread lock, the blue thread lock to hold the threads so the nut won't work itself loose later. Literally, it takes simple tools. It takes nothing fancy. If you got a drill bit and some just super basic tools, this is an easy thing to do. So I took the 2 brackets that are the stiffener brackets. The top of them actually screw on to the top of the rail, and the other 2 sides actually just glue down with some really strong 3M tape. And they give you the alcohol wipe. You wipe that down, let it dry, press the stiffeners on, and they're metal stiffeners. Screw them down and tighten them. You can see the process here. Again, watch one of their videos and you'll see the right way, the correct way to do it. I'm just telling you that it was super easy for me to do. So if you're intimidated about pulling a modern dash apart and doing something like this, it really isn't that bad. Everything looked nice and tight, and it appears that all my fittings are going to be good. The little 2-inch balls, the little balls that you put on the top there have a notch on the bottom of them, so they'll fit into the rail. And it's got this oblong looking nut that goes on the bottom. And you use an Allen screw to tighten, to loosen those. There's only one way it goes in, so that the ball fitting will stay on there and won't rotate around if you lock it down later and use some leverage on it. So again, this makes it super simple. The installation was great. So I put the rail on, got the fittings on, ready to go. Now let me show you how it fits and what the final product looks like. So now I can pop this on and lock it into place. It looks really good and feels solid. You can see the appearance of this thing. It's all flat. It looks really like it's part of the console. I really do like this. I really like how this turned out. I've got the bezel in here, nice and snug. All my accessories. I've got a couple of auxiliary ones, which I've got gear coming for that later. My ham radio head for the Kenwood TMV 271A. That fits really nicely on here, and my phone holder. What I like about this setup is there are short arms and long arms, and the short arms here are only 2 inches, so my phone is only 2 inches from the dash. I've got full access to the heat and air conditioning. My hands aren't near the phone, but yet I can reach out and touch it if I need to. If I had a driving emergency, though, I'm going to be able to turn this wheel, and my phone is not going to get in the way. As far as the ham radio mount, this is a camera mount. It's a 1/4-20 screw-on thread, so I can unscrew this if I wanted to and drop the whole head off and put something else on there. I have another one of these coming, which I'm going to put up here for a GoPro mount, and that will be nice. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with this cable. Once I decide where it's going to go, I may move it to different locations. You only know that after you use it for a while. And then once I'm ready to go, I'll drill a hole in the console back here somewhere, and then it will be permanent. Now I've got my 3-inch arms that are on here, and they're ready to go. You loosen up this nut, and then it spins around. You've got height adjustments on it. You can give it to an angle, and then lock it down. Now locking this down with this thumb screw on this side, make sure that you don't get in the way of the other thumb screw when you're tightening it. And for the device end, keeping this loose so it rotates, you can get another degree of angle on whatever that is that you need, and then tighten this down. For now, I'm going to run with these loosen them up and face them the other direction. And lock it down. So both these are ready to go for future gear. But this makes it simple. It's a professional looking setup. I can put all my ham radio gear in here and be as nerdy as I want. But I've got the functionality that I need without really changing the dash and the natural factory look. And I guess if you had enough stuff, you could just load this thing up with tons of items, but I think 4 is going to be plenty for me. I really like how this thing turned out. If I could give them a thumbs up for the process, the customer service, and how it all went, I would do that. Since I can't, you can do that for me. If you want to see another video on portable operating or ham radio setup, check out one of these right here, and I'll see you over there.